A Shavua Tov to everyone. One of the things we dealt with so many times is who should or shouldn't be Chazzan. And allow me to add another aspect to that equation. I admit, more emotional than halachic, but since davening is called avodah shebalev, the work of the heart, believe what's in your heart should also be part of the equation. A few good weeks ago, the Chazzan that was chosen for Musaf was someone that came into shul very late. As a matter of fact, he came in the midst of laning, and therefore during laning he wasn't listening to the laning, he was making up shachris. I don't believe that Chazzan should be Chazzan for Musaf that week. Not because he's a terrible person, God forbid. He's a wonderful person, and I'm sure he came in to shul late for very legitimate reasons. But rather, because of the following. When the Gemara in Tainus talks about who should be the Chazzan on ad hoc fast days, who should represent us before God when things are dire, one of the dictates that comes up again and again is someone that, if I can paraphrase from the Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur davening, is mu'urav b'da'at im habriyot. Someone that ultimately is on the same level as the people there. Namely, he works for a living, he complains about his taxes and the tuition prices, someone like that. Not someone that's too rich or too poor. That particular Shabbos, this gentleman, who, as I said, probably came into shul legitimately late, was ultimately not on the same level as everyone else. When he got up there to daven Musaf, we've been in shul already for an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. He arrived 20, 30 minutes ago. And I admit that under those circumstances, I wonder, would this Chazzan be able to be sensitive to that or not? Namely, if he looks at his watch and he sees, wow, laning today was very long, I should cut down a little here, cut down a little there. Or since he's pretty fresh in shul, he wouldn't be as sensitive to that question. In this particular case, I admit that I think that the Chazzan has to be someone that if he's going to daven Musaf, which by definition is the added prayer to what we already davened, he had to be there for that first prayer. Know what nigunim were used, know what went on, and based on that, we'll be able to be Chazzan for Musaf, maybe changing the songs a little because it was used at Chakras, making sure he's looking at his watch to balance things. If you're there for Chakras, you should be the Chazzan for Musaf. And if not, then that particular week, not, but Be'ezrat Hashem and other weeks, for sure, yes. Wishing everyone a Shavua Tov.